who comes in contact with a guest to your town is making either a positive or negative influence to your guest's overall experience. That's right, police, municipal workers, grocery workers, anyone. Today's class is all about how to interact with your guests to guarantee you play a personal role in exceeding expectations and use the latest in human connection techniques. We will cover how to connect with people on a down-to-earth level, how to use greetings and build rapport, how to determine a guest's needs, how to apply your expert knowledge, and how to leave guests feeling good. Make that great. On a personal note, for those of you who depend on gratuities in your work, you'll make more money if you apply today's lessons to your everyday interactions. We know that humans like good communication. We like to be understood and to understand others well. It feels good when we communicate well. And let's not forget that these courses are all about how we make your guests feel so good that they have a great overall experience, brag about it, and return. So, let's learn how to take your guests to a place where they feel good about your community. You need to meet visitors where they are, in their own bubble of reality, within 15 to 20 seconds of them entering your 8-foot circle. For your purposes, let's suppose you're working at the ticket counter at a local attraction like a museum, and a long line has formed because it's a busy day. Now, let's place ourselves in that line with your own family. What thoughts are going through your mind? I hate lines. Why don't they schedule enough ticket sellers? How long is this going to take? Does anyone even know there is a line? And why doesn't someone do something? Okay, what you've just done is a little exercise in anticipating needs. And the more experience you've had at ticket taking at an attraction or working with people in lines anywhere, the more you know about what's on their minds while waiting, I'm sure. Other large national attractions who have frequent busy periods have found that addressing guests' needs while they're waiting relieves stress that can build up if needs are not addressed. Now, we need to connect with your guests so that they understand that you understand their concerns and are taking action. Best practice: acknowledge the presence of guests in long lines by making eye contact with them and exclaim, "Good morning, we'll be with you as soon as we can." It's really busy in here today. We're going to get to each one of you as soon as we can. Give a realistic time expectation if the wait can be long. Another way to acknowledge guests when you're busy at any type of job is to simply make eye contact with a nod or hand gesture to let them know that you are aware that they have a need. Guests often have several levels of need when they come to a major city or walking around the neighborhood. Use active listening and paraphrasing skills to summarize their request and verify a connection. Let's go back to your ticket counter. A guest is now in front of your station and across the counter from you. A more formal greeting is in order as you start this type of transaction. Make eye contact, face them squarely, and with a smile say, "Welcome to our museum today. Thank you for your patience while waiting. How may I help you?" This time, we want the visitor to tell us their need, and we will then summarize. Best practice: summarize the guest statement or request by using their key words and phrases and check for agreement. So, you want to make sure that you see and do everything here in 3 hours, is that right? You say you're interested in the special exhibit and lunch? Sounds like you're concerned about sticking to a schedule, What you just did is called paraphrasing, and it's a tool in active listening. Active listening is engaging with others as opposed to staring expressionless as a guest tells you something you've heard 50 times today and printing out tickets and collecting money. The guest now understands that you heard and understood them. You just went to their bus stop, established rapport, used their own words, and are now prepared to take them where you want them to go to have the best experience possible. Good communication feels good. Now that you've established that you're a good listener and trained well, you'll actually receive more respect from your guest. Here comes the easy part: being the expert you are at your job. After establishing rapport and understanding the need, the next step is to prove your worth to the visitor by sharing your expertise, suggesting solutions, and offering insight. Best practice: ideally offer 2 or 3 choices. This allows the guest to choose without being overwhelmed or feeling like they're being told what to do. First, make sure that you have established credibility before you answer. In my experience, I've found that other guests who've expressed the same concern. What I've seen in the past year is, here are some choices I've offered to others in your situation. Try using language of suggestion. You may wish to, I suggest that. You may want to consider. It's time to wrap up the transaction and ensure that you've left a positive taste in the guest's mouth. Best practice, verify you have met their needs. Did you get everything you needed about? Do you feel like you have all the info you need about? Be reassuring and tactfully close the exchange. Anytime you have a question during your visit, any of us here at the counter or the reception desk would be happy to give you a hand. Create a visual in the visitor's mind for future positive experiences. We realize you had a choice of what to do with your time today, so thank you for visiting our museum and come back when you get more company, if you're ever by this way again. Thanks for stopping by the museum store. Come back and see us. So there you have it. Katie's takeaways for today are: humans love good communication. By using listening with a simple process, you can enhance visitors' experiences. You are an expert at your job, and your knowledge is valued. First impressions matter, but so do lasting impressions. Your next class is about anticipating the needs of different kinds of guests and being ready to wow them with your best. If you ever want to review what you've learned here, just come back anytime. We're here 24/7 for you.